Welcome to the Gift Talks podcast series. Today we are thrilled to have Mr. Sushil Nair with us, who heads the Philips Automotive Lighting Division. He's been with Philips for 15 years, and today he is going to take us into his journey through Philips, what have been the developments in the industry, how the industry has evolved, and we're going to talk about B2B over B2C and D2C.
Uh,
Welcome, sir.
Thanks a lot. Pleasure all mine. I mean, it's been a wonderful journey with Philips. I've been here for close to 15 years now. Joined as an area manager and reached to this level, head of business. So it's been a long journey of growth. Fortunate to work with such a great brand, very innovative brand, and a wonderful company to work with.
I know we've been hearing about Philips since our childhood. The name, which we are like, it's synonymous with lighting, was Philips for us. This market is very competitive, be it, Philips is into home and electronics and other sectors as well. But as you are into automotive lighting, so we'll stick to that side of it. So, what do you feel are the critical factors for a brand to stand out and build a brand identity in this clutter which exists in the market?
You're right. Fair enough. I mean, the competition is intensive in the market right now, considering any industry per se. So we focus more on value selling,
Okay.
rather selling price. So we believe in quality. All of our products are sustainable products. So we focus more on value selling and quality. That's what we believe in. And Philips as a brand is a well-known brand. When I was a child, I have come to know Philips as a radio, as a product. So it's a brand like every Tom, Dick, and Harry is aware of. So it doesn't need any introduction.
Yes, it
Yeah.
doesn't, but I think with so many players bombarding the market these days, so how do you keep your feet established in the market?
We focus more on marketing. That's what we believe in.
Hmm.
We participate in a lot of end consumer and B2B campaigns. Like one of
Okay.
this is Gift Expo.
Okay.
It's our third year in a row we have
Okay.
participated for Gift Expo, and we are pleasure to be a part of this
Hmm.
forum. And we have gained a lot of business as well in terms of inquiries, which we have converted from Gift Expo. So
Okay.
it's a great opportunity to be a part of this platform.
We have like two, three segments. Like B2C is one market. Now D2C is another market, which, is helping newer brands to establish themselves very easily. Earlier, I think brand building was a very difficult exercise. You had to use a lot of mediums, lot of spends, lot of years to establish a brand. Today, I think any company, if they come over social media and if they reach out to the consumers through an extensive campaign, that also becomes they become very popular. So it's easier for them to step into the market, which was difficult for earlier players. So is that a challenge for companies like Philips, or it does not affect you?
I believe it's more of an opportunity when more brands come in. I mean, you get an edge towards it because you are the first mover in terms of innovation, as Philips is known for its
Hmm.
innovation as well. So I feel it's more of an opportunity rather than a cutthroat competition. You can call it as a healthy competition, in fact.
Okay. So, are is Philips first? I'll talk of Philips first. Is Philips focusing on the B2B domain for a long period of time, or their focus was B2C only earlier?
Uh, Earlier it was B2C. Now we have started focusing into B2B as well. One product like air purification, the car air purification, we are targeting to a lot of foreign embassies here as well as B2B corporates as well. So which is working well for us. And this is one category wherein technically the product is very sound. So you can have a edge in terms of the competition which is available.
Okay. Okay.
And as I said, our products are basically innovative product solutions. So we focus on more of problems of end consumer and then bring in some innovative product
I
solutions.
think that's the key, where you identify the problem and provide a solution.
Perfect.
Because there are 100 products in the market. I think only if you give a solution, a customer is going to be interested in your product.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, great. And what do you feel? What is your, tip, suggestion, or guru mantra, I would say, to newer brands, how they should position themselves, how they should encash on this market? Because I think the market is so big. It's not that one brand or one company can satisfy the needs of the consumer. The consumer preferences are so varied. X consumer needs ABC, Y needs 1, 2, 3. So I think every brand satisfies a different need. So, what is your mantra to the other brands? How they should, the newer ones, how they should establish a foothold in this market?
What I feel, I mean, brand building is something which takes ages. Like if you see Philips as a brand, it took 100 years for end consumers to be aware about Philips brand. If we call 100 people here, I mean, I believe all 100 might be knowing about Philips as a
Yeah,
brand.
that is why I'm saying that you have to give your guru mantra to the newer brands,
Yes.
how they can encash on
Guru
the market.
mantra is what I feel is focus, be differentiated from the existing brand in some or the other way in terms of the product solutions or the product you are marketing. So that is one thing I think which can really help the brand to grow. That is what I feel is the Guru mantra.
So they have to find a differentiator.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. And as you're saying that they should find a differentiator, so what role does innovation play in meeting the market demands and staying relevant in this rapidly evolving industry? How should brands incorporate consumer feedback into brand development or product development?
It's basically ideation. I mean, we do a lot of service.
Okay.
We do a lot of end consumer surveys through agencies wherein we get feedback and then probably we work on
What other
innovations.
modes do you use to get customer feedback besides the surveys through agencies?
We also do take feedback from social media, which is
Okay.
pretty active since last 5 years or so. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
everybody would be having Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I mean, there is nobody who doesn't scroll through social media
Absolutely.
regularly.
Earlier, there was,
yeah.
you had to see which medium was going to be used by whom.
Yes.
But
yes.
now you have a standard medium, which I
Right.
think 90% of the population
Yeah,
uses.
yeah. It's pretty much very much open right now. Nothing is hidden.
Yeah, but you need to get your message out in the right way and to
Perfect.
reach the right
Yes,
audience. Okay. And what, according to you, are the key trends which are shaping the future of the electronics industry, especially in B2B gifting? And how do we, as brands, not me, but other brands, leverage on that?
I can comment on the automotive part. For us, there are certain product solutions like thermal box, jump starter, and air purification, which can do really well in the country. Car air purification is something, it's basically a hygiene. Currently, we are able to focus and market the product in North only because of pollution, the crop burning pollution, as well as the traffic pollution which is existing in the northern area of the
I
market.
know people say, when you get a new car, it smells so nice.
Yes.
So, does that help in getting the smell out of the
Yes,
old car and
yes,
get the new car
yes,
feel?
Yes, that as well. And if you smoke inside the car, it can completely filtrate that as well. So it's a beautiful product. I
Okay.
think you should check
How
out.
old is this product? Like, it's been in the market for how long?
We had launched this product ahead of times around 10 years back, but we
Okay.
couldn't succeed. So
Okay.
we have a beautiful version in terms of aesthetics now recently, which is doing very well for us in B2B as well as
Okay, great.
embassies.
And how big is the product?
It's pretty much handy. I mean, very small in size, so I think easily fitted and looks really
so
good
an
in the car.
ideal B2B gift.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, great. So, I think brands need to really find that USP, find the problems that
Yes.
exist in the market, and get solutions for that.
Yeah.
And for companies aiming to build a strong presence in this sector, what industry wide strategies and best practices should they consider?
Uh, I mean, for us, it has been in B2C, it has been distribution, which has worked really well for us, and B2B as well, for especially for car air purification. So I believe that can be the right strategy.
Okay.
I mean, it differs from product to product. So maybe
What is your distribution network like this for?
we have very good strength of distributors across the country for B2C, close to 110 accounts pan India.
Okay.
I mean, if you're there in any city, if you need a car automotive lamp, we are there for you. I mean, that is the kind of
That's for B2,
network.
B2C.
B2C. Yeah.
And what about B2B? What
B2B
other strategies are you using besides the Gifts World Expo
B2B is
platform?
pretty small for us right now. So we currently have only 2 channel partners. So we
Okay.
want to be focused with them till the time we stabilize. So because we are not in a hurry. So we want to create something big. So it will definitely take some time. So time for expansion would come probably after 3 to 5 years or so.
Okay, great. I think we got some insights into your side of the business, and hope this mantra will help newer brands who wish to establish themselves in this market and into the B2B zone and encash on the opportunities that exist in the market.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir, for being here. It was a
Pleasure.
pleasure chatting
Pleasure.
with you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.